Hello everyone, this is Shruti Saxena Das, and in today's lecture we are going to cover Dijistra's algorithm. This algorithm is for finding out shortest path between the source vertex and rest of the vertices. It is known as single source shortest path algorithm. We have already discussed about Floyd-Warshall's algorithm. In that algorithm, we were finding out shortest path between all pair of vertices. Like suppose if you are having a graph which is like this. So in Floyd-Warshall, what we were doing, we were calculating distance between every pair of vertices like A to B, A to C, B to D, C to D, B to C. So between every pair of vertices, we were finding out the shortest path. But in case of Dijkstra algorithm, we try to find out the shortest path between the source node and rest of the nodes. Like here in this case, in this example, you have to suppose we'll take this A as the source vertex. If we are taking A as the source vertex, then we need to find out the shortest path between AB, AC and AD. So this A will remain constant. That's why it is known as single source shortest path algorithm. You have to select a source vertex, and from that vertex you have to find out the minimum distance to all other vertices, rest of the vertices. So in this case it is B, C and D. So this is the concept of Dijkstra algorithm, and it is based on a principle which says that if A to D is the shortest path, if suppose you have found that to reach D from A, this is the shortest path, okay, via B, then A to B will also be a shortest path. So you need to remember this thing, that any path, I'm taking this example, any path A to D, any path A to B of the shortest path A to D is also shortest path between A to B. Okay, so in this case, if any subpath A to B of the shortest path A to D is the shortest path, and if any subpath, you can take it as subpath, if any subpath A to B of the shortest path A to D is existing, then it is also a shortest path between A to B. Okay, so any subpath A to B of a shortest path A to B is also shortest path between A to B. So this is the principle which we need to follow, and this algorithm is used in Google Maps. You must be using Gmaps, Google Maps, and in geographical maps this concept is used, in which you can see from a particular location what is the distance to other locations. Like if I'll open from Lucknow, if I want to go to Delhi, then there are multiple routes. I can go to Delhi directly, I can go to Delhi via Mumbai also, I can first go to Agra and then Delhi. So there are multiple paths through which we can go. Like here in this case, all in geographical maps, all these locations are nodes. These will be the nodes, and these edges are the roads, and whatever distance is there between Lucknow to Delhi, that distance will be the weight of this edge. Okay, so these are used in geographical maps. Likewise, it is used in telephone networks also. It is also used in IP routing. So routing protocols also use these Distra's algorithm. Dynamic routing protocols also use this algorithm. So if you are having a router, it will also check for the shortest route from a particular router to rest of the destinations. So for that also we use this algorithm. So these are some of the uses of Dijkstra algorithm. I hope this concept is clear. Now we'll move on to the example. So we'll take one example on Dijkstra algorithm. Suppose there are 4 nodes, A, B, C and D. Some weights are given like this. Okay, and the first step says that start with the weighted graph. So a graph is given which is having weights on its edges. Now we'll start our algorithm from this graph. So we have to draw a table. Table contains 3 fields: vertex, distance and the previous node. So here we are having 4 nodes, so we'll write all 4 of them. Now here suppose we are taking A as the source vertex. So the distance, if we have taken A as the source vertex, that means you need to calculate shortest path from A to rest of the vertices. Now A to A distance, okay, you have to calculate shortest path from A to rest of the vertices. If we'll take A, so A to A distance will be 0. And for rest of the vertices in the first step, we'll assign infinity because shortest path is not known yet. So we'll write infinity for rest of the vertices. For the source vertex, we'll mention 0. Previous is blank. In the second step, so what we have done, the distance of A, we have the source vertex will be 0. The distance of rest of the vertices other than the source vertex is infinity, and we are going to take one more array. Name will be visited and initially it will be empty. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to start with calculate distance of each adjacent vertex from start vertex. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to calculate distance of each adjacent vertex from start vertex. Start vertex is A, so we have to calculate distance of each neighbor of A. So if you see the diagram, neighbor for A are B and C. These are the direct neighbors. We are not having any direct edge for D from A, so we are going to consider only B and C. So what we are going to do, here you need to remember one thing. See, from A to B direct edge is existing and it is having weight as 4. Okay, so what we'll do, we have assigned distance from A to B as infinity in the previous table. So in every step what you have to do, that you have to check for each neighbor V of W. Okay, you are selecting W in each case. When you are selecting W, in that case, for each neighbor V of W, what you have to do, you have to check whether the distance of W is greater than the distance of V plus distance from V to W. You have to add it and you have to check if this one is greater, then replace distance of W with the newly calculated value. Okay, so what we have to do in this case, see what we'll do. For we have selected A, now neighbors are B and C, so we'll check for B first. Okay, so B is V over here and W is A. So we have selected W, we have selected A, and for each neighbor V of A, so we have selected B, the first neighbor, and we'll select for each neighbor. Here you'll be having V. For neighbor we are checking, so it will be V only. Here it is correct. So distance of B you have to check with distance of neighbor V, which is B over here, plus distance of V to W, that means from A to B. Now distance of B in the table is given as infinite, so this value is infinite. If you see this value, distance of B, which is infinite, sorry, here you'll be having W. Sorry, it was my mistake. See what we have to do. By example, you'll be able to understand. What we have to do, we have to do like this. See, for each neighbor V of W, here V is B and W is A. Okay, now we have selected A. So for each neighbor you have to do, what you have to do, you have to check the distance of B. Distance of B is infinite, and in the right side you see distance of W, that means distance of A plus this edge cost, which is given as 4. Okay, so distance of A is 0, see the table, plus distance from A to B is 4, so this value is coming as 4. Now if you'll compare these two values, okay, distance of B, that means if we'll reach B via A, okay, then A is the source vertex, from A to B the distance is 4. Initially we have taken as infinite because shortest path was not known, so as now it is 4, so in this case we can replace it with 4. Infinity can be replaced by 4 because 4 is less. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll replace it by 4. For C also, you see, distance of C will be distance of A plus distance of A comma C. What is distance of A? 0 plus A comma C. See the diagram, it is given as 2, so this is coming as 2. Now in the table it was infinite, but here when we are using this formula, then we are getting 2 for C. So from A to C we can reach in distance 2, so we can replace it. So what we'll do in this case, again the new table will be vertex, distance and previous. So for A it was 0, for B it was, now the new one is 4 via A, the previous node is A only. For C it is 2, previous node is A only, and for D still it is infinity and blank. So this is the new table. Now we'll go to the next one. Okay, I'll draw the diagram. This is 4, 2, 6, 1, 3. Okay, and the table was vertex, distance and previous. So this was A, B, C, D, and what we did, 0, 4, 2, infinite. This is from A, blank, blank. So this is the table. Now see, what we'll do, we have calculated the new table. Now we have explored both the neighbors of A. That means we have visited A. So in the visited array, which was empty, we can add A over here. Okay. Now what you have to do, A is already visited. In B, C, D, you have to select a node which is having minimum distance. So the next thing is you have to select node with minimum distance and is not visited yet. Okay, it should not be in visited array, and secondly it should not be in visited array, and secondly it should have minimum distance. So in B, C, D, you can see that C is having minimum distance. So in this case C is having minimum distance. So we'll explore the neighbors of C. Now in the diagram you can see neighbors for C are A, B and D. A is already visited, so we are not going to touch it. We'll check for B and D. So for B, again we'll calculate the distance via C. So distance of B via C will be distance of C plus distance of C to B. So distance of C in the table you can see it is 2 plus distance from C to B is 6. It is coming as 8. Now check the table. What was the distance of B? It was 4. So 4 is less than 8. We are not going to do anything and we will simply discard it. For D, we will check distance of D via C. So it will be distance of C plus distance of C to D. So distance of C is 2. Distance from C to D, it is given as 1. So this will be 3. Now if we will compare the value with the table value, so for D it was infinity. Now it is 3. So we can replace it. So we have explored both the neighbors of C. So now we can add C in the visited list. So earlier only A was there. Now we'll add C also in this. And we can mark C as visited. Okay. Now the next vertex, C is also visited now. A was already visited. Now what is left? B and D. We'll again draw the table over here. So vertex, distance and previous. So vertex are A, B, C, D. Distance is for A it is 0, for B it was 4 through A, for C 2A, and for D it is 3. 3 is less than infinity, so we'll replace it. Via C we got this value. So we'll write C as the previous node. So this table is now drawn. Now next step, we have to calculate, we have to check. See, A is visited and C is also visited. Now what is left? B and D. Which node is having minimum distance? D is having. So we'll select D because it is having minimum distance. After selecting D, we'll explore the neighbors of D. Now neighbors of D are B and C. See the diagram. For D, neighbors are B and C. C is already visited, so we are not going to touch it. We'll select B. So we'll check for the distance of B. So distance of B via D will be distance of D plus distance of D to B. So distance of D is, see the table, it is 3 and distance from D to B is 3. So it is coming as 6. In the table distance of B is 4, so we are not going to change it. We will simply discard this value. And there are no more nodes which we can explore. So simply in visited array we are going to add D also, A, C, D, and we'll mark D as visited. Now the next node which is left is B. Now for B also, from B, as no more nodes are left which we can explore, so simply we are going to add B in the visited array. So in the visited array we'll add B like this. Now whatever table you got, this table, this will contain shortest route from A to rest of the nodes. So from A to A it is 0, from A to B distance is 4 via A, from A to C distance is 2 via A, from A to D distance is 3 via C node. Now you can see from A to B this is the shortest route, from A to C this is the shortest route, and from A to D this is the shortest route via C. Now as we discussed about the principle that A to D, if we are having A to D as shortest route, then A to C will also be a shortest route. So this principle is existing over here. So this is the algorithm which you need to follow, that you have to select one source vertex. After that you have to select the neighbors of that source vertex. You have to draw this table. Initially distance to the source vertex will be 0, rest of the distances will be infinite, and you have to select the minimum distance every time, and for the minimum distance node again you have to check for the neighbors, and you have to compare the distance with this formula, using this formula. Okay, so I hope you must have understood. In case of any question, any query, you may ask it in comment section. Thank you so much for watching.